Well, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Totally. We appreciate it very much. We'd like to just start with kind of before you move, maybe even before you met Steve, maybe. I don't know how exactly how far back that goes, but like, where were you living before you made the move? Like, what were you up to? What did life look like?
A bit easier, I think, for me. So I've been here since 2017 in the cities. I lived in Minneapolis, downtown, most of that time until we decided to move in together, I guess, to get engaged and move in together. And so prior to us making that decision, I was living just north of the North Loop in like a condo with my brother. Total bachelor pad. Is pretty sick. Had a lot of fun there. Elevator. Yeah. Private rooftop overlooking the river. Doesn't get much better. So that's where I was. And then meeting her was kind of the catalyst to start getting serious about finding a place to live permanently.
Yeah. I lived at the condo. It was great for a little while.
Until my brother also got engaged.
Yeah. But I moved here 3.5 years ago now. I was coming from Santa Barbara, and that's where we met. I was living there. I grew up there. And when it was time to take the relationship a little further, one of us had to make the move, and I work remotely. So it was really easy for me to come here, and I don't regret it to this day. It's a great city.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Had you ever lived in Santa Barbara, you said?
Yeah.
Had you ever lived there?
I had not. My parents spend their winters out there. So I'm from Wisconsin originally. I lived in Chicago before coming here to the cities. And so, we met out there during COVID when I had some time off to spend, and just kind of, worked out. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay.
What was your living situation like in Santa Barbara?
Well, I was living at home because right before COVID hit, I was living in France for 7 years. So,
wow.
Yeah. So I was born there originally. I lived there half my life, and then, so I came from France and just came home. COVID hit, and that's it.
Did you come home because of COVID?
No, I came home. Yeah, I really miss my family. I have my parents, 2 sisters, and it was time to come back to Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did when I...
Yeah, really.
I just heard about, I think it was a client of ours or a friend of theirs who was living in France legally and all that, and had gone through quite a lot to get there, and then COVID hit, and they were like, "You got to go back." So they went through a lot to make that their house and their home, and they were like, "You have to go back." Yeah, so that's great timing, Jay.
Yeah.
Better than being feeling like you're forced out.
Yeah.
Okay. Where in France?
I was born in Paris. I lived there many, many years. I also lived in the Alps and in Burgundy.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Great place.
Yeah. Sweet. That would be a different thing to compare those places. That would be a very different. I think it'd be hard to compare them, but to compare there and here, they're just so different. But
yeah.
Okay. I guess, why did you choose the Twin Cities in the first place when you're ultimately from Chicago to here?
I'm from Madison originally. I did my undergrad at St. Thomas, and I was gone for a few years. I'm a lawyer, and I went to law school in Chicago. And I initially got a job working for a judge up here. I thought it was going to be temporary. And then I got to know, kind of the cities, not as a college student. Mm-hmm. And I fell in love with living downtown. The professional kind of vibes are a lot more healthy in my mind than I saw here. There's a lot more emphasis on work-life balance, and in the legal world, you don't hear collaboration a lot, but it's a lot more collegial, a lot more easier to kind of get involved and stay involved. And so I really, like I said, I came here expecting to be a 1-year gig. The judge asked me to stay on for a year. And then I was looking for a job here, not kind of abandon my plans to go back to Chicago.
Interesting. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Madison, St. Thomas, Chicago, back to here. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm understanding that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all bopped around more than the people that we're talking to.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. When you were coming here most recently, was there anything that, I guess, how much had you visited here?
I'd never been here to the Midwest.
So when was your first time in Minnesota, or in Midwest, Minnesota specifically?
David and I were dating long distance, and we were meeting up a bunch of different places, and he was coming to Santa Barbara, and I came here one time, and when was that?
That was in June.
3 years ago?
No,
4 years. Yeah,
ago.
sorry,
Yeah.
5 years ago. And so I came to visit, and it was a great visit. We went to the North Shore, which was beautiful, and we walked around the city here.
I took St. Thomas undergrad. I had to. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. We rented an adventure van and just kind of drove from here up to Grand Marais, back and camped. And outdoor.
It was summertime.
Yeah,
so
it was perfect.
It was nice.
Yeah.
I never visited when it was winter.
No.
What was your first?
That was strategic. Yeah.
My first winter actually wasn't the first year I moved here, because David had military duty. So I went back for 5 months. So I went back to Santa Barbara for 5 months. So I'm not spending my first winter here by myself.
Yeah.
So my first winter was 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was a warm one, apparently.
Yeah. It was a snowy one, right?
Was it snowy? I don't know. Everybody told me it was so mild.
Yeah.
3, I think, ago was the extra.
It was insane snow.
Yeah. Yeah. We were at the Vesey for.
Yeah. We were.
Yeah.
Yeah. We hadn't bought the house yet.
Okay.
Yeah. As when we were looking. Yeah. That first winter.
The Vesey? Is that the burger?
Yes.
Where is it?
It's in the North Loop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe we should dig into North Loop a little bit, but
yeah.
Okay. Was there anything you were, other than weather, maybe? Anything you were particularly nervous about?
Well, in my previous life, I was a chef.
Okay.
For 12 years. And so for me, food is pretty important, good restaurants and things like that. And so when you live in Southern California, you have amazing restaurants. And so I was a little bit worried about, the Midwest food.
Yeah.
But there's incredible restaurants here. I was like so shocked. And so that was such a happy surprise for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Because for sure, the reputation isn't necessarily,
especially Midwest, in general. But
I think Minneapolis kind of outshoots a lot of the Midwest in that, So but you think of it being not that interesting, probably culinarily. Okay, very cool. Any other things that you were like, I think this will. I don't know if I can live there because of.
I don't think I can live here.
Yeah.
Hesitations.
I mean, the winter. I come from a place where you can be outdoors every day of the year.
Yeah.
And have sunshine every day of the year. So was definitely a bit of a scare for me.
Mm-hmm.
I play a lot of sports, so I'm outdoors a lot, and not being able to play my sports in the winter was a bit scary, but I found great things to do now. So new hobbies and meeting new people, and those hobbies have been great too for me. And I didn't really know anyone here. So
yeah. Cool. How long did you live here before you started to look into buying a house?
A year and a half.
Yeah. I mean,
without the winter minus weight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'd known Steve, and I actually met Steve through me and his wife. And I think we knew that we wanted our own place once we got engaged. And then my brother got engaged, and the bachelor pad was no longer a bachelor pad. It was kind of getting a bit overcrowded with all of us living there. And so we knew we wanted our own place, but with my military duty, it was just a lot to start looking right away. And so that's why we decided to get an apartment for a year, knowing it was temporary. And then we started kind of looking in full.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Did you guys ever consider anywhere other than the Twin Cities?
Oh.
I mean, it seems like an obvious, you with the ties.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it would make sense it'd be either or, but was a third option ever?
Not really.
I mean, I have family still, and I'm barred to practice in Wisconsin. I have family in Madison, and I think in her company's headquartered there. So I think briefly in passing talked about it, but we both It's not.
I'm not.
Neither of us really wanted to live there. Yeah.
Too little for me.
Yeah.
And
That's fair.
We
apart from your family, that's the, that's a great thing to be close to family. But for me, the Twin Cities is a bigger city and more things to do. And you already, have a life here and friends and things like that. And, in that first year living here, I was like, I'm not moving again to go somewhere else. And
yeah.
And I think eventually we'd love to have a place in Santa Barbara of our own. But it's, very expensive to be out there. Yeah. And I think, with professionally for me to go out and work there, I'd have to take the bar again and find a job. And so, we didn't really seriously consider kind of anywhere else too much. Yeah.
I was ready to learn all about this place.
Yeah. Just plug in a little bit. Yeah. That's cool. Okay. So then once you, I guess, started the process of not even moved here, but like buying the house and kind of, because that's like a different level of like putting in roots, I suppose. So you were away. Was it remote, the search, or were you here looking?
We did both. Yeah.
It was kind of a combination because not you guys can tell the story, but like they were both in different places.
Yeah.
And it'll do like kind of when a search started. Right.
Yeah.
So that is a thing that happens.
Yeah.
Double remote. Yeah.
Dial the work for Steve.
And even
no, it wasn't double work for me.
But y'all's conversations had to also occur remotely about around places.
And you were
I was in Georgia for a while and then Virginia at Army training. And so I was not only remote, but I had very limited availability for like when I could talk, when I could see something. I mean, when we could talk about stuff. And we were on literally different coasts of the country for a bit there, which made it a little bit more challenging as well. But before I left for my Army duty, we knew that we wanted to start looking. And that's kind of when I think first started talking with you and just kind of got our list of what we wanted in a house. And then kind of Steve helped kind of guide where, some neighborhoods that would maybe fit kind of the criteria that we were looking for.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was in the fall of whatever year that would have been 2010 or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So started in the fall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And was there any kind of deadline or like a lease ending or something that you were working against?
No, I mean, we
weren't going to renew. We didn't want to renew our lease at the apartment.
Yeah.
And so our lease ended on the 21st of April. So we're hoping to find a place by then.
Yeah. And even before that, we were still living in my old place. And so we sold that. And that's kind of when we knew we had nowhere to go back to. And then I came back from my military training. We'd initially found a place remotely. And I think we'd made a deposit down on it. And then we went to go visit it in person. And I was like, this is not the place for us.
Yeah.
And so that's when we kind of pivoted. We got our apartment in the North Loop, knowing it was going to be temporary, and then kind of used the rest of that year to find a place in earnest because we'd both be here in person.
Totally.
Yeah.
How long would you say your search lasted?
Man, it was probably that like fall, winter when I left. I left in January, and we'd kind of engaged with Steve to start looking a little bit. And then we did a few remote visits. So it's probably like a year and a half almost, maybe a little bit less than that, because we closed on our place probably the following.
Yeah, I think you started in January and closed in January, February. So just about a year.
With like half that time remote and half in person.
Okay.
The second half was in person, right?
Yeah.
It started off remote.
Yeah.
Okay. Was, as far as like locations you were looking, do you remember, like, did you have a big list of places you were considering? Was it someone?
David and I wanted different things.
To start. To start.
I mean, we both wanted very different things.
Yeah.
David wanted to be closer to within the cities pretty much. Yeah. And I didn't mind being further away and having more space. So that made it challenging, I'm sure, for Steve a little bit, but
that's not a uncommon situation. Yeah.
So we did a lot of visits in Northeast.
Northeast Minneapolis.
Yeah. We kind of stayed on that side of the river.
We are still, and were at the time, members at a golf course called Midland Hills, which is kind of in the north, eastern part of Minneapolis. Yeah, Lauderdale area, kind of where.
Yeah, we just had a listing that was right across the street.
Yeah, we could see it from whole side.
You walk by, yeah, every time.
We see your sign.
Yeah, it's great. And so we knew we wanted to be, within 15, 20 minutes driving of there.
That was a huge thing, I guess.
That we both agreed on.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I was at the time working in downtown Minneapolis. I've changed jobs now, and so I wanted to be relatively easy enough to kind of commute in nothing more than, 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I was still kind of enamored with being able to walk, to like get coffee, get groceries, because I'd been, kind of spoiled with that for 6-7 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. We don't have that now. So that kind of, I think, was driving the search. And then, Ashley wanted some more space.
I wanted, privacy and big yard.
Yeah.
We have a dog, so we wanted a fenced-in yard, or at least a big enough yard for him to kind of run around in. It was important for Ashley that we could get chickens. And so we wanted to look at, and I think most of the cities in the area and towns allow chickens, but that was on our checklist as well. Yeah.
Was there like an efficient way to figure out if they do or don't allow chickens?
The University of Minnesota has really good resources, and that includes kind of where, and I think they had links on their website for the permit to like go based on where you live. So that was really helpful.
That is a question we've gotten.
Seriously, yeah. And I don't know how, check out the city website, I guess, is the best advice I can give. But I did.
But you have to look at so the U of M, they have access, like more broad access about like what cities would allow it.
They have, I think it was either like a web page or just like a PDF you downloaded, and it said, here are all the local areas, and here's like a link to their, city website or the ordinance, kind of page to read it. And then beyond that, just they have a bunch of free resources for everything chicken keeping, from building a coop to how do you keep your chicks alive until they can move into the coop to now having them kind of there, and like what kind of breeds to get that are good with the winter, especially. Yeah. Cool.
Hardy and heat. Girlies.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. Huh. I mean, it's like 1 in like 200 people are like, we want people. And we're like,
I don't know if it's that many, but it's not frequent, but it's frequent enough.
So you're like, okay, yeah.
And like you just like on a random showing and be like, oh, the neighbors have a chicken coop. And I'm like, oh, whoa, you have that here? And
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really interesting. Spoiler, you ultimately ended up in Falcon Heights.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Falcon, yeah. We haven't been corrected yet on either pronunciation.
Yeah.
So.
I guess, so 15 minutes or so. I mean, you ended up really close to the golf course.
Yeah, like 2 minutes.
That's pretty sweet.
Walking distance. Yeah, easy. Yeah.
Okay. Were there like any characteristics specifically of Falcon Heights that you were attracted to, or is it just you happened to find the right house there?
I think we found the right house there.
But had we been more familiar with that area, we probably would have been looking there sooner, I think.
What did you learn about it in the last year, or however long it's been since you moved, then that had you known, you would have made it a higher priority?
I think location is awesome. Yeah. And so it's really close to all the major highways to get around anywhere in the cities. It is kind of like tucked away from like the two cities, like the busyness, the traffic and everything, with, again, still having that accessibility to both downtown areas. We love the state fair, and we can walk to the state fair, which is great. That's only, 2 weeks out of the year, but that was great. It's very quiet, especially the neighborhood that we're in. And because the agricultural school is in, they have like all their farm fields. It feels like we are not, that we're kind of like out in, I don't even like beyond the suburbs.
Yeah.
We have coyotes, deer, ducks, like cranes in our yard, all the wilderness. And it feels like that when you're kind of walking around, but you're still kind of, we can still see the skylines from our house, which is cool.
Very cool.
It is a really cool mix of their house specifically, of like very large yard, almost rural feeling in parks where you're driving around. Well, where you do, I'm assuming that it's university property, but like farm.
That's a big buffer, right?
Yeah.
Between,
It's like still, super close to Northeast Minneapolis, to areas, most areas of St. Paul.
Yeah. Huh. Very cool. I guess the hard part about if you were like, oh, we want to live there, is there's like not that many houses.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you say? How many people live there? Or what?
1,200, I think, 1,300. Yeah.
Tiny
It's
neighborhood. Yeah.
So divide that by like 4 for how many houses there are, or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess, but like Falcon Heights specifically, but like Lauderdale, also very small, but like adjacent, and like you wouldn't really know the difference, if you were in one versus the other, from my perspective, anyway.
Yeah, I think
Parts
there's a
south of Roseville.
Yeah, I think there's a noticeable difference to me, but
For Lauderdale,
Lauderdale to Falcon Heights, I think there's a bit of a difference, but yeah, it's not a huge difference. Yeah, you just drive a block and you're like, all right, you're not like, whoa, where am I?
Yeah.
But yeah, same with, Como Park in Lauderdale or whatever. It's like, all right, it hasn't changed too dramatically.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does. It still feels like it could easily have just been a neighborhood of St. Paul and just been called Falcon Heights St. Paul.
Yeah.
And people would be like, sure, that feels like it belongs whereas like Roseville starts to feel more proper suburban to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're like on the inside of the 36, kind of 35W. And so I think that acts as like a natural separator between what I would consider to be the suburbs.
Yeah.
And not.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Attached garage?
Yes.
Yeah. That's like where like that starts to happen.
Yeah.
80 built, I think.
Yep.
83. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty new for Falcon Heights too. There's a lot of really old stuff there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some 1920s.
Yeah.
There.
Oh, yeah. Is your whole neighborhood more? I'm trying to think.
So our like little, so our subdivision, it was initially like an apple orchard, and then developer built all the houses at the same time. And there's only, I think, like 4 or 5 designs. And so all the houses were built kind of around that time, but they're all, kind of the Rambler style. There's a few that aren't, but once you kind of like know to look for, you can tell each house is just like a little variation. Like the garage is on this side, maybe, and
Different colored brick.
Yeah, different colored brick. Yeah.
I didn't realize they were the same homes for the longest time. I was like, oh, yeah.
You can't unsee it.
No.
When it came to like writing offers, was the market wild at that time? Was it hard to navigate?
Yeah, I think we got outbidded a couple times on different homes.
Multiple offer situations. Yeah.
And I think, it was tough. My brother and I at our condo we'd owned, we had refinanced at like, 2.2 mortgage. And so to go from that to like 6.5, 6.3 was a lot of purchasing power that was kind of out the door.
Yeah. You got to pay a lot more per month to get.
Yeah, I think they started in January or so of 23, because you ended up closing in January, February of 24, right?
Yeah.
And so 22 is kind of when rates started climbing.
Yeah.
By 23, they had more or less kind of like.
Yeah. I got my duplex in 22 and I got 4.25, but it felt bad.
Yeah, I'm sure it did at the time. Yeah.
Just missed it. And now it's like, oh, it's pretty good. Like, actually, because then our house we just bought, and it was like 6 something. It was like, well, now that really feels bad. But yeah, it's just like this has to happen for me to do the next step. So,
yeah. And I think for us, and Steve was great at helping us make our offers as competitive as we could without, increasing the amount necessarily, because we did have a high end budget, Yeah. And I think we were able to do that, and we found the right seller to it. And the woman had kind of moved out, and it was her children that were selling it, kind of the houses in trust, and they were happy to kind of offload it. And was how I kind of read it. It helped.
Well, we were the first to see the house.
Yeah.
It was that was, I think, really big for us.
Around the holidays too? Is it December?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was in between Christmas and Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Which is kind of like
a good time to be a buyer.
If you can find a house that you like, there really isn't any better time.
No, and there were so many more options as we moved kind of further into that winter too that came up.
It's especially that sort of season. It was an interesting season of the market. But yeah, the hard part is finding something you like. in winter typically because there's just fewer listings. But yeah, people were learning the hard way as rates went up. Like, okay, you can't overprice and still sell, like people are
I'm
taking a moment to think about this a little bit more.
Totally. Yeah. The total number of closed transactions on all real estate in Minnesota, I think, went down by about 20%. It's
crazy.
And 23 to 22, like because of that, mostly because of that.
But yeah, the closings went down, but prices stayed pretty similar, like pretty even. But yeah, that's the supply and demand, but they both went down.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty wild. I'm told that you did a very large kitchen renovation, or a sizable anyway.
Yeah, we renovated a lot of the house because the owner was the original owner, and it was 1983, and the house stayed. 1983. There was carpet everywhere.
I can picture the kitchen or the bathroom sink faucet.
Yeah.
Did it pop out? Because yeah.
It was, wallpaper on wallpaper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carpet
in the kitchen.
Carpet in the entryway on the outside, which is kind of wild.
What a top.
Carpet everything.
Yeah. Time. Yeah.
So we did a good renovation. Yeah. Massive. We redid the kitchen completely and our primary bath as well. And then we redid all the floors in the house, the walls, the ceilings.
Very cool.
And
Take rather than walls?
We did not.
That's good.
Got into walls.
Everybody's like, oh, we'll just take that. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
slightly more. Yeah.
There's a lot of people who go into the home buying process thinking they're going to do what you guys ended up doing, and not many people go through with it, or at least from our experience, that it's like, it seems not easy, but like oh, everybody just kind of thinks that they can do that. And then going through with it, I'd just like to hear a little bit more about that. I mean, I was there for some of it, but yeah, if you could just kind of speak to like...
Yeah, did you hire a GC?
Yeah.
We found, so I searched for some contractors, and then I found a great contractor, woman, family owned, and they came in and they saw the house. We kind of talked about what we wanted to do, and they... like right there and then, had an iPad, measured everything, and kind of it showed us like the vision that we were talking to them about. And so that was a really good start. And
they were fully licensed and bonded, which was important as a lawyer. I was like, so the thing I told her, I was like, as long as, they can back it up. So that was important.
So that was great that we found them. And
that was probably like a 4-week process, like researching. You interviewed contractors and
I went through 3 different contractors, and we ended up picking them. And
was that before close you were talking to those people, or after you closed on the house?
Great question.
I think we knew when we were going through it that we were wanting to do work, and I think it was probably kind of during. Yeah.
I remember being at the house with one of the, I think I was there with the people that you ended up going with. Mm-hmm. I don't remember if I was there for all of them, but yeah.
I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So kind of as you went.
Yeah. Wanted to see what our options were and everything, and budget as well. And
do you remember if they were vast? So if of the 3, say, that you interviewed, that you were kind of like deciding between, was it, were the bids, what was the range for the bids? Was it pretty different, or were they more or less in line?
2 were very similar. 1 was a lot less.
Which was a little concerning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, too low, and you're like,
that was not the one that you
No.
Okay.
No. And we, our lease was going to be up at the end of April. And so we knew we kind of had to move along with it. And that kind of helped. Yeah.
And they were really fast. And when we told them right away, they were like, it's going to be a challenge, but let's do it. And
very cool.
They worked really hard.
So you weren't living through
they did most of the house. They ended with the kitchen. So we were living in the house when they were still working on the kitchen, but we were living in like the finished part of the house, and we had like a little wet bar and
microwave.
Sink and stuff like that. And downstairs area. So we were living there.
How long was that while they were doing the kitchen?
2 months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So 2 months
Or
the project about?
No, the
a month and a
project,
half because they ended in June. Yeah.
they probably started working in February and then they were done end of June.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the 2 month and a half or whatever it was while you were still there.
While we were living. Then we moved in.
Yeah,
Prairie
it
Woods
was in
was
the
up,
22nd of April. So it was just under 2 months, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Any hiccups along the way or anything that you wish you would have known before the project started?
Honestly, no.
Well,
I mean,
it's good to hear.
I think
Being the
we,
right person.
yeah.
Is-
I mean, they were so involved.
Do you want to shout them out? Were they good enough?
yeah,
Casamia,
Castanea contracting, yeah.
they changed their name. So I think that they didn't have the same name when we were working with them. And I believe it's Casamia.
Okay.
But yeah, they did an excellent job. And they were very communicative and they took I actually did all the work. I take no credit for any of it.
Yeah.
Besides making sure that all the kind of T's were crossed. Yeah, the I's are dotted. I mean, the contract, and everything, like that. I think we made a good team in that though, because I kind of took care of all the boring stuff and I was happy to do it and kind of had, I guess, some of the know-how, and she took care of kind of the more fun design work and has such a good eye for it. I would not have trusted myself with designing the kitchen, let alone picking out what the wall should do or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was a really fun process.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad time, right? For that much work. And
No, I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was like,
primary bath, flooring in pretty much the entire house, full kitchen.
paint or anything like that? Or
Yeah, they
all stuff?
yeah,
Paper and paint.
all the wallpaper was gone, painting, and then they redid a few of the ceilings because it was popcorn ceiling.
Sure.
So we kind of grounded a lot of that down.
What? That was good. Okay. That's cool. Yeah. You're the first people to really go in any depth about like what that process is like. And yeah, it usually costs more than what people are anticipating.
Yeah, without getting into specifics, how surprised were you? Obviously not because they give you a bid ahead of time, but like before you saw the initial bid, what the amount that you had in mind versus what it ended up being.
I
there's
was,
so much that we did.
yeah.
I think it was just kind of on what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
pleasantly surprised. It was more, I don't want to say affordable, but it was under budget what I had anticipated, and they stuck to it. I mean, there were some change orders throughout, but I don't think it was mainly, and this is, again, another reason why they're so great. I think it was things that they didn't anticipate and they didn't charge us more. I mean, I didn't feel like we were ever nickel and dimed.
No.
I didn't feel like
They were like, that's our bad for not
Yeah.
anticipating it, and we'll eat that.
yeah. And I'm sure had it been more expensive, there would have been more of a conversation there. But, yeah, there was no issues whatsoever with that. And they were good about asking us the right questions during that process. And Steve kind of helped as well. But, I never would have thought about like, oh, do you want to redo the ceiling? And what does that look like? And what are even the options you can do the ceiling with, for example? So that helped a lot.
Sweet. Good to hear. Okay.
And I think the other thing I'd just add to is we had done a full inspection at kind of Steve's advice when we were looking at the homes. And I mean, so we knew that the house had like good bones to it, and that helped a lot too in making that process easier.
Did you have to do any like mechanical updates in the renovation, or were those?
We added we did kind of fix up the fireplace. That was one of our kind of like my must-haves with our house. And so we had to redo the fireplace, and then we had to add, what was the system? The gas system. Radon.
Radon.
Yeah. We added a radon remediation.
Cool.
Those are items that came up during inspection that I think, if I remember correctly, there was some concession made for those.
Yeah.
But that was kind of unrelated to the renovation.
That was completely unrelated.
Yeah. I think the one thing we would have done a lot sooner had we known or thought about it was get our HVAC system cleaned out after construction was done.
Wow.
We waited a bit too long, and it was crazy.
messy.
Yeah, it was quite messy.
Was there anything damaged?
Nothing damaged.
Nothing, no. Just me. I had like major sinus issues, and we were like, what's going on? I went to like doctors, went to the allergist, and he's like, you are out. Like, I did all these tests, and they're like, nothing's wrong with you. You're not allergic to anything. And then he was like, well, do you have any lifestyle changes? And I'm like, oh, yeah, we moved. And he's like, oh, great. Did you do any construction? I was like, yes. He's like, well, did you get your filters clean? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that was
once we
definitely
did
one
that,
I wish I would have done. Yeah.
all better.
Yeah. Both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do that, Erica? You did?
No. I will, yeah.
I have a video of me helping take down a wall at the house that Jesse built.
Yeah.
Bought, renovated.
Yeah. A lot of just waking up and like, just being like, what the heck? Like what? Just like dust in your eyes.
Oh, yeah. Cool. We lived through that. Yeah. A bit. I think the other thing too, though, was I kind of didn't appreciate going into that was that you can't ask enough questions, even if it feels, dumb or whatever. And again, that was to our contractors. Credit, she was really good about answering everything and super responsive. But especially for me going through it the first time, I was a little, being from the Midwest, I feel like the department is a bit more hesitant to like intrude on or question the work of others sometimes. But Ashley helped me kind of get over that anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we mostly help relocation people, so yeah. You're probably right. The Minnesotan ice are just like I couldn't dare.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. What do I know?
Yeah. I couldn't dare ask that question. Yeah. That's not too bad for our people typically. Okay. Some of these might not apply as much to you, because you've lived here longer. You're closer. And I mean, Wisconsin is different enough, but they might apply to you. And to the extent they do, feel free to answer. But I guess now that you live in Minnesota, I want to say other than weather, but I'll let that be the answer. Do you have a least favorite part
Of Minnesota?
Mm-hmm.
I guess for me is I'm comparing it to where I'm from, and that this just feels a little bit more remote. Like when I'm in Santa Barbara or Southern California, there's cities everywhere, right? You can go somewhere. Yeah. Whereas here, it's like, where am I going to? Like,
that's fair. Like it's
like I had to take a plane to go somewhere, but we do have amazing like nature, which is great. Like I love that. But if I want to go see another like city or things like that, I feel like I have to go travel a little further. Yeah. To find something.
And France is obviously on a different level.
Yeah. I could just take a train somewhere and I'm there in an hour, completely different.
Yeah. Well, yeah, whereas like, you can be in a different country.
Yeah.
It's like, it takes 6 hours to drive to Chicago. And you're like, oh, it's pretty similar. Yeah.
But MSP, amazing airport.
Yeah.
So we're flying out of there every time. I go back to Santa Barbara a lot, or we travel, and it's direct flights to most places. And I mean, we have the freedom to go do that with ease, which is wonderful.
I learned that by doing this podcast, talking to a lot of different people moving from other parts of the country that the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport is just like, relatively speaking, a joy, compared to other.
No, I mean, compared to like LAX, which we're used to flying in and out of, I mean, that's a nightmare. I mean, both O'Hare and Midway in Chicago are always stressful. And I mean, here you can, it's so easy to drive to and park or take the light rail. And you can go anywhere in the world, and it's just pleasant, like walking around before your flight. Not simply,
yeah. The limbo time is not like a punishment.
No.
Yeah.
They have little therapy dogs there, they all have like a little card in their name, and you can go pet them.
Wow.
And
I did not know. I didn't know.
It's great. Yeah.
Is it one certain spot?
It's Terminal 1 for sure. Kind of by the PGA Lounge usually is where I see. Yeah. They're not there every time, but it's nice. And
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's the handler, and they're just so happy to show you their dog. And it's a great way to spend some time before flight.
Seriously. Yeah. Yeah. Cause I like the security dogs, I'm always like, get out. Yeah. But okay. Yeah. That's very cool. Is there, I guess maybe you already said one, but do you have like a favorite part about living in Minnesota?
I mean, I love the people here. That's such a big difference in Southern California. People, I think, are genuinely like interested in who you are, and like when they ask you how are you, they actually like want to hear your answer back, which is so refreshing, which I really enjoy. So I love the people here.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's a good answer. That's Family Feud. Yeah, sorry. Cool. Overall, are you glad you're here?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Good. That's
I have
good to hear.
such a great life and an amazing house. And I think like our home has made it, that's really what made me feel like, okay, my roots are here now. Like we're starting our family and like I feel at home. Whereas before, like, you know, at the apartment or at the condo, I was like, I don't feel like this is
Yeah, it was always
here. And, yeah. And so now I like just feel very happy and like we got the perfect house for our lifestyles.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
so that's a joy.
Cool. That's good to hear.
Very good to hear.
So we're trying a new little we'll call it a segment that's that we're calling like here or there or something. Basically
We haven't
compare.
figured out the name, but
Cool.
think of it as here or there for now.
Okay.
And basically like we're just looking for like honest comparisons between like where you were. So I think it can be both too. And would you say Madison is where you spent the most time?
Yes.
Other than from Madison and then Santa Barbara. We can do both. Might be a little complicated to the viewer, but or the listener, but and yeah, basically just like we have a bunch of different sort of categories, I guess, and not just saying like this place is better than this, but like how are they different?
Sure.
Yeah, not a competition, you know.
Just kind of a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess the first would be like cost of living, which I feel like it's almost opposite for both of you. But.
I mean, life is a lot better here with the cost of living. Things in California cost a lot.
Where? And so do you remember house prices, like medians at all?
I mean, like 1 million.
Yeah. For like.
For Santa Barbara, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For like a condo,
Yeah.
2 bedrooms.
Yeah.
Tiny yard. Yeah, if that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, coming from Chicago, it was the cost of living went down coming here, which is awesome.
Yeah. It is. It's pretty weirdly expensive.
Yeah, I think like rent is maybe kind of almost on par. You guys probably know better, but yeah, I mean, everything else felt a lot more affordable down one further here.
Interesting. Any idea what your current house would cost in either one?
I mean,
our house would probably cost 1.5.
I mean, we have
1.7.
half an acre right now.
Yeah, I mean,
We have a view of the skyline, like location. Yeah, in Chicago, you would be a couple million, and that's if you could even find that.
Yeah. You crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to just skip weather, or should we?
Let's do weather.
Do you want to hear the difference in Minnesota weather, Santa Barbara weather?
Okay.
You have the floor, Ed.
Well, I think there's 350 days of sunshine in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Like average temp is probably 70 all year. Coastal, so you know, do have cool mornings and evenings, but paradise really.
As good, arguably, as weather gets.
Yeah.
But there's no snow, so if you like the snow, it's not for you.
Yeah. Less variety.
No seasons.
Yeah, they don't have seasons. Yeah.
There's no leaves turning red.
I'm curious to your thoughts on this. I've felt this as I've traveled or spent any amount of time mostly in like the likes of Southern California, where they're like the warm evening. I really enjoy a warm summer evening, and that like doesn't exist there, or I had yet to experience one. They were always chilly.
It's very rare in Santa Barbara. Depending on where the wind is blowing. So if you have the coastal wind, you have a cool evening. But once in a while, you have the Santa Ana winds, which is the wind coming from the valley.
Yeah.
And so that gives you a really nice, really gentle, warm breeze. And that's very nice.
A treat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, it's got to happen.
And it's only in the summertime. Yeah. There's no Santa Ana's really blowing hot air in the winter.
Cool. Yeah. That's a It's a very specific thing, but okay. My bad. Maybe we'll get back to this one. So you mentioned the people, you like the people. How have you found meeting people as it differs to there?
Well, I guess for me, it's not that hard to meet people with the activities that I do. So in both places. But I feel like here I've made like friends, like really great friends that I'll have for a long time. Whereas like, I don't really talk to the friends I have back, but like I have amazing friends in Santa Barbara, but I've known them for a really long time. And so I don't just make that many new friends and hold the relationship over there. Whereas here, like I play golf, pickleball, and I've met incredible people.
Cool.
So, yeah.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any thoughts on the meeting of people?
I think initially, I mean, it was easier for me because I had college friends, so I kind of had a baked in community, right? And I think initially it was a little tough, when I was in my mid 20s, younger 20s, because a lot of people are still hanging out with their college or high school friends, and, it's tough. But I've similarly, whereas Ashley is, very athletic and skilled in that way, I have my professional lawyer communities, nerdy communities. But once you kind of find a shared interest with people, those relationships have grown from just that kind of, community, partnership, whatever, shared interest to actually genuine friendships.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a really common fear is that people are like, or you can read on Reddit that it's hard to meet people because they've all known each other since childhood. But it's good to hear, like, if you have a hobby or, anything that puts you with people that at least you had an easier time of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. What do you got?
So this was the first time we're doing this. So we're not entirely sure how to what I'm expecting from this answer, but job market as like, I guess, you were a professional person in a different city, and Ashley, your job was always remote. So I guess I don't know, how that differs. Yeah. From place to place, but yeah, like whatever thoughts that you might have on finding a job, in the Twin Cities versus Chicago or Madison.
Yeah. I mean, so I'm, like I'm a lawyer, and so I'm not looking for other jobs right now. Maybe in the future I'll give it up. But I haven't found it too challenging as a work professional. Especially if you just kind of put yourself out there a little bit and you make a network. I found that, at least in the lawyer world, people here are genuinely want to help you and will look out for you. I found it a lot easier here to find mentors, especially in my profession. And I just found it a lot more accessible. There obviously aren't as many opportunities as like Chicago, for example. But once you are kind of in a network, it's really, people are very encouraging. And so, you still have to apply and interview and all that. But, for example, I was able to get a teaching job, which is something I never would have thought of even applying for in Chicago, because it just would have been, no way. But like here, I knew someone who knew that there was an opening, and, they were like happy to connect me. And also now I'm teaching part-time, which is awesome. And so I think I found it, very supportive, in that way here.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool to hear. Switching to, that is a truly not applicable, the job market one?
No, I have not searched for a job here. No.
Do you have any perspective? If not, that's cool.
None.
Okay. Right off. Yeah. I don't either.
Nothing recent for sure. Is how about like the nature and or natural beauty between the two? I think it's apples and oranges between Santa Barbara and here, but
it's very different. Yeah. I mean, Santa Barbara, you have the mountains, you have the ocean, here it's pretty flat. So and there's no ocean, but you have lakes, which is beautiful. And we don't do that much hiking, but we have in really pretty places. It just looks very different.
Yeah.
But if you need your nature fix, you can definitely find it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was a reason why when she came to visit, like I immediately took her, to the North Shore. Yeah. And even as someone who went to college here and grew up in Wisconsin, I never really appreciated how awesome and beautiful it is up there. I mean,
we go back every year.
Every year, yeah.
Oh, really?
We love it up there.
I'm going there for the 4th.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. But even I think like beyond that, we lived in the apartment. We were overlooking the Mississippi River, and to have like the path there, biking and walking, and then also just being in the city still was such a cool contrast.
Yeah. And right along the river there, where again, kind of there's a crazy buffer where you're like, this is the city. And then you pop out and you're like, yeah, we're like literally in the middle of the city. Yeah. That's very cool.
And great for cycling. We both like to cycle, and paths everywhere. And it's really great if you like to cycle.
Mm-hmm. I think that, I mean, we covered access to green spaces. Like, so maybe not on like an up north thing, but access to parks, green spaces, trails. Comparison?
I mean, I think it's better.
I mean, cycling, way better here. I mean, in Santa Barbara, you're kind of locked in between the mountains and the ocean. There's like, 5 miles or not much, in width. So you're like doing the same routes. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're gorgeous, but there's more variety here.
Yeah.
And I think it's so much, coming from Chicago, it's a city in the gardens, right? 'Cause they have a lot of great parks. But one thing that always bothered me there was to get into like what I consider nature. You had to drive like, 2, 3, 4 hours. That's if you had a car and if you knew, someone that lived or had a cabin or something. And here you can, get that same feeling, at least I can, in the city. Or if you just drive, 20 minutes, if that, you're kind of have access to that.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. You mentioned bikeability. What about like walkability between the two? I guess both. I'd really be curious to hear both.
I mean, when we lived in the North Loop, we had the river Parkway. So that was amazing. I'm not a fan of walking. Sorry. Except if I'm like a hiking. So if you go somewhere and hike, yes, but I'm not, he walks the dog. I don't. So for me, I don't think I can
weigh in.
Yeah, not that much.
Yeah. And that was something that I kind of gave up when we moved to where we live in, because we're in a neighborhood, but it's, as far as like safety and walking, it's super safe. Our backyard backs up into like a walking path that connects to, the state fairgrounds, that connects to a park. I take the dog in every day. And then when we lived in the North Loop, not only did we have access to like the nature, but also, grocery store, coffee shops. And in Chicago, every neighborhood has kind of that, but you're in the city and you feel it the whole time. Whereas here, even when we were in the North Loop, like in, kind of the hip, kind of busier nightlife, it didn't feel like suffocating that kind of bigger cities kind of feel sometimes.
No. Agreed. Yeah.
Cool. Good way of putting it.
Right on. So just talk about kind of like the nature and the similarities or differences. What about city aesthetics? Kind of like the man-made, elements of the place you live, or, you can include all, North Loop, where you live now, just kind of the Twin Cities in general versus.
Well, there's more history here, and some, those old buildings, the factory buildings, and apartment buildings have been built within those places. So I think it's really pretty. Or like the bridge across the river, Stone Arch Bridge, stunning, I think, when it comes to some of the architecture. Mm-hmm. Some skyscrapers, but not that many. I think it's pleasing to the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like Minneapolis has definitely more of that kind of modern, like some of the more museums, the high rises, I think like some of the newer apartment buildings have gone up, but I think there is an effort to kind of keep things a certain aesthetic vibe, which is really kind of fits in well. And then I love the like historic part of St. Paul and downtown. And I love history. And so, like Al Capone and like the caves where they used to run, rum and stuff in downtown. And, the history of Minneapolis being, kind of like the original mill city, and all these cool companies that are now household names kind of grew up on the river there. And it was such an important part. So it's cool how it kind of blends in it takes advantage of kind of the geography and its roots in that way.
Yeah. There actually just heard that there's a new building for sale in Minneapolis. That's the oldest skyscraper like that exists outside of New York, which kind of blew my mind. I would for sure would have thought Chicago would beat it or something, would be older, but yeah, I can't remember the name of it. It's like, a very historic building here, and I wish I remember the name of it. But yeah, the crazy to know that there's an older building here than the likes of Chicago or even like Philly. There's so many places I would think would have older buildings in here, but obviously older buildings, but not older skyscrapers. But cool. Cleanliness? Any thoughts on between the two?
I mean, Santa Barbara is so clean. I mean, there's no billboards anywhere. And then there's, but I mean, I don't think compared to Minneapolis is pretty close to the same, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I find this a pretty clean city, honestly, to compare it to like even just Paris or New York or something.
Certainly cleaner than Chicago, like by far cleaner. I mean, even the air isn't as dusty. Sometimes when you're like a bigger city, you can just kind of feel it.
Yeah. A bit of exhaust.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's just, And here it's, you don't get that. And I think people, I see people pick up trash when we used to walk along the river, just, they'd be out walking a dog and they'd see like a wrapper, they'd just pick it up and throw it away. And I think that people kind of take pride in that a little bit here.
Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned food as being high priority.
Yes.
Give me the rundown between the two.
I mean, I feel like there's more variety here.
Okay.
In California, you have, I think, access to amazing produce all year long. So it's very farm to table. But I feel like, there's less options. It's a lot smaller of a city. But you get really high quality. Whereas, I mean, here, like I said, there's some amazing gems of restaurants and some farm to tables that we've been to. And I mean,
do you have any?
Can't complain, really.
Put you on the spot. Do you have any favorite spots?
Loved Owamni when we went there. I loved that place. What else do I love? Oh, I like Petit Leon. What's the place by the knitting store I go to? Kalulak?
Oh, Kalita?
Is it?
Oh, no, Kaluna.
Kaluna.
Yeah, Kaluna.
Love
Yeah.
Kaluna.
Kaluna is very cool.
Yeah. What else do I like?
We've been to Demi a few times, and it's kind of more upscale, but we enjoyed our experience.
Went to
there.
Trevai.
Yeah, Trevai was
That was
cool.
fun. So
our go-to date spot when we lived downtown was in Monte Carlo.
we love the wings and the green beans. We got that every time.
Yeah, we had our order down. Yeah. Our favorite bartender.
Great bars.
Yeah.
And you found on food scene versus Chicago?
I mean, Chicago has an awesome food scene, obviously, and they have some Michelin star restaurants, which I think unfairly the cities doesn't have yet. But everything here is so much more accessible. And I think I don't know the calculation. I bet you we would have more just solid restaurants per capita. And there were places in Chicago you'd hear about, they were the new hot thing or whatever. And I would never have thought I would have been able to get a reservation to get in and B, afford it. And here, I think, barring a few, I think Boucheron just got the James Beard, that's a reservation's maybe a month and a half out, but even that is still not too bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I forgot my ultimate favorite, Parzana.
Oh yeah, Porzana.
Yes.
Yeah. So
We should go. Haven't been there in a little while. We should get there.
Yeah.
Corzana is very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Very
Nari, same chef. Did you know that?
Oh no.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you'll love it.
Yeah.
Going that Friday, I can't wait.
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What about access to entertainment, sports, music?
Theater.
I'm going to let,
Might be.
Santa Barbara doesn't have any teams of any kind for sports. There's
But even concerts, like, you know,
we have a cool concert venue, but it's a lot smaller, so we don't have like massive names. So here you have the Armory and the
U.S. Bank
Stadium, where you have huge titles. So I would say for entertainment purposes, better here.
Yeah. And I mean, just, it's super easy to access everything. So Minneapolis has like a professional sports team of, I mean, like every sport that I can think of. And it's awesome how easy it is to go down, like grab dinner or drinks before a game and then walk to, you know, US Bank or Target Center. And I think, so again, like more accessible in that way, a lot easier than Chicago. Like to go see a Blackhawks game, you know, would have been hundreds of dollars and you have to take a cab out there. And here, it's a lot more affordable, which is maybe a commentary on how good or not some of the teams, you know, have been historically. But I feel like the Wolves, I mean, I'm a Packers fan. So like, yeah, I'm a Packers fan. So I'll never be, you know, cheering for the Vikings. But I mean, the Wolves have been really good. Obviously, the Lynx have been good. You know, the men's and women's professional soccer teams have been good. And those games are a ton of fun. The stadiums are a lot newer and nicer and like more pleasant to go to games. And yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe how many sports teams there are here. I never really grew up with like sports, so there's so many options.
Yeah. Like, so Santa Barbara, you know, I think of as being close to LA, but is that like not really an option to go into LA for most things?
I mean, you can, and if you're a big fan, I'm sure you do, but I don't want to drive to LA.
What drive time?
So, I mean, no traffic, an hour and a half, but there's rarely.
There's never no traffic.
They could be 2.5 to 3 hours if there's no.
It's the first month of COVID. It would be an hour.
Craig kind of just answered our next question, actually. We were going to lead into it. So yeah, traffic differences between the two places.
I mean, when I was in Chicago, I never owned a car because you didn't need to. And, you know, just dealing with parking and traffic. And I took public transit everywhere.
I think that there's a lot less traffic here. And it's funny when we check to see like to go places and there's traffic, David gets like upset. And I'm like, it's only a 20-minute drive with traffic. Like that's nothing. Like,
yeah,
it's absolutely nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I commute across town from kind of the north to the south. I work near the airport in Bloomington. So I kind of cut across the two cities. And I think the most traffic I have is maybe 25, 30-minute drive. And that's, you know, there's a lot of construction. Construction season's usually pretty pronounced here. But yeah,
but to me, I don't think that's traffic. I'm not spending hours in the car to get somewhere.
Yeah. And I mean, I think anywhere you'd want to go is no more than like a 20 to 30-minute drive. And we are pretty spoiled in LA to live in a big city with that.
Yeah. I feel like we drive probably more than the average person, and you're like going to the ends, you know, from one end to the other. That, you know, is about as long, you know, I don't know, Farmington to like St. Michael or Stillwater to like Chaska. Yeah. You're like, well, that's a hike, but it's even that. It's less than an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's like literally you're at the end, you know, there's no more like Metro left on the other side of that. Okay. So, and maybe this is a similar thing, infrastructure. And actually, well, maybe public transportation. Chicago beats us. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as far as getting around a lot easier.
Like relying on it solely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But even, I mean, when I lived here for the first couple of years, I lived in Minneapolis. I worked in St. Paul. I didn't own a car and I took the light rail where I biked, and I had no issue. Like I didn't feel like my lifestyle was being crimped because I didn't own a car. I wasn't able to, you know, I mean, everything I needed was walking around the light rail or biking. So yeah, I mean, and yeah, it's, you know, I know that they're doing a lot more to expand kind of bus routes and stuff, which I haven't been on yet, but I mean, yeah, Chicago just has more of it, and it's more of baked into, I think, the lifestyle there than it is here for sure.
I think there's like the idea of a train feels more, I don't know, reliable. It seems like, yeah, I'll just take the train every day. Yeah. Whereas like, I think people are more hesitant to just be like, yeah, I'm just going to take the bus every day, you know, it's a culture thing or something, but they're ultimately saying,
it is. It's literally,
there's I don't know, something about it that people are less, and maybe the reliability of a bus or the traffic or.
I mean, if you just don't grow up doing it, or if you don't really know anybody who ever like,
It's not low down, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. It just seems, like less of a priority.
Interesting. Where we have that game.
They have buses, but never have taken the bus there. So just drive everywhere.
Yeah. Fair. Infrastructure then. So I suppose, but beyond public transportation, any like notable difference?
I mean, the roads here, I think, are better maintained. I think probably because, at least compared to California, but I mean, here, I think they know how to take care of it better when things go wrong with the winter and kind of the change in seasons.
They also like have to.
They have to, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas in California, pretty notorious for bad roads because they don't fix them right away.
I do think that. Yeah.
So even for biking, you're like,
Yeah.
I also think about if they fix them all the time, the traffic would be even worse.
yeah.
Which should be.
How did it get bad in the first place, though? Like, I assume, like, here it's, it's pretty evident, like the freeze-thaw cycle. But, like, if it's 70 degrees throughout the entire year, like, what is...
Honestly, earthquakes maybe, and
Sure. And just traffic, probably.
Yeah. Volume.
Yeah, pure volume alone.
Yeah. I mean, we already talked about the airport here, but that's awesome. I think I would count that in infrastructure. I haven't lived anywhere else where it's better as far as accessibility and just where you can go in the world, anywhere. I mean,
that was one of our sections on this.
Led right into our next one.
in Santa Barbara has a pretty great airport. It's just tiny. There's 4 gates.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
And you can wait outside for your flight, which is cool. But
So it's a beautiful airport, stunning. You get through security in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But again, you can't go everywhere.
Yeah.
You have
and it's
to take-
expensive flight.
It is a lot more expensive. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Honestly, I think that's the airport question. So that's good
For sure.
Okay. This is getting a little long.
We're so dreamy.
Yeah.
Kind of. Approaching the end of this segment. So I'm curious about you mentioned kind of like the air quality of Chicago. Mm-hmm. Air quality probably pretty good in Santa Barbara, I would assume.
Amazing, yeah.
How big is Santa Barbara, people-wise, do you know?
Well, there's Santa Barbara's kind of made up Montecito, Santa Barbara, Goleta, and I think that the 3 cities, it's probably like maybe 200,000 people.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Because, LA, I don't think of as having great air quality.
No,
it's like,
absolutely not.
and-
I mean, yeah. I don't know how many people are in LA, 10 million or something. Yeah.
Many, right?
Yeah. Okay. And then like water quality, notice any difference?
Like water that you drink.
Drinking water, I would say, yeah.
We have like a filtered system in our house, so I only drink that.
Like reverse osmosis.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's kind of a water.
I would not drink tap water here or in Santa Barbara.
That's fair.
Whereas I drink it out of the tap. I think it's straight from the Mississippi. I don't mind that. Yeah. But I mean, like swimming here, like we've swam in all the lakes we've visited, and that's great. Air quality, like when there's wildfires. I mean, but that's...
We have fires in Santa Barbara too, from the valleys and stuff. So we can get bad days there too.
Yeah. But that's, no fault of, the area.
Yeah, it's interesting though. Yeah. It's kind of a new
it is.
thing for a year for sure. Yeah, it has like a year. Yeah. But okay. I mean, and I have a reverse osmosis, and I'm a snob now about water. I'm just like, that's like our gym. Like we go to the gym, and it's terrible water comparatively. It's like swill. I'm living. Yeah. But I don't know. It took like 3 days. Yeah, it took 3 days, and I'm a snob about water. But I think the last rule is skip.
Sure.
All right. Done with that. Say thank you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Great segment.
Drop that down a little bit. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you had 2 different answers.
It's like different places.
Yeah, we pretty much covered the waterfront there with not the entire U.S. Well, we got the Midwest down and the West Coast.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna probably shoot into.
I think we should do the thought experiment.
Okay,
I like that question.
Go ahead.
Fun.
So we came up with this So you have two choices. Okay. So take your dream home. Imagine whatever your dream home is and your dream lot. Okay. So dream lot would be anywhere in the Twin Cities metro, not in the world.
Yeah.
So, but it could be on a lake in, the city. Like it's whatever you want it to be. Okay. So would you rather take your current home and move it to your dream lot? Or would you put your dream house on your current lot? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, I would take our current house and put it on our dream lot.
Yeah.
And I think I'm the other way. 'Cause I love, I mean, like I love our house, but I love like our location in the lot. And it would be, I'm trying to think what I'd rent.
Dream lot.
Yeah, I know. Like, what would that even like
Lake Minnetonka. I don't know. Like,
that would be pretty.
that's where I was thinking.
Yeah. On a golf course would be cool. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe I am kind of moving back to house or dream lot. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You're like thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. The thought experience. I'm supposed to think about it, right? I think I am kind of more on the house on the dream lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're
Our house is awesome.
It is a great house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do a great house.
And we made it our own with the renovations too. And yeah.
And you also kind of know you can continue to renovate it.
Exactly.
So you put that on your dream lot. It's like it could always be something more if you needed it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cool. But that's because you've gone through that. You know that. Okay. And then other question is not having nothing to do with your current house. If you had to move somewhere else in the Twin Cities, where would it be? It can't be like next door either.
I mean, like with the same budget.
Nah, anybody.
I mean, yeah, Lake Minnetonka. Get me on the lake.
Yeah. I love, like Mac Groveland area, kind of Highland Park. I mean, we didn't look there at all, but I think if I could find like the right lot there, I love just that part of the cities.
Yeah.
Where is that?
Tell me like St. Thomas area.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Like tree-lined streets and a bit more neighborhoody, but access to, like a local coffee shop or something.
Yeah, for sure.
I love the lake too. Yeah. Yeah. You would be swimming every day.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. Then we're moving on from there to, I think, are we playing a little game called?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a game. Yeah.
Okay. Little game called How Minnesotan Are You?
Okay. I love this. Yeah.
So
we have to start with the state fair.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned it, but have you ever been to the state fair?
Yes.
Yes.
Multiple times in one season?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with the state fair.
Wow. Okay. Have you ever worked at the state fair?
No.
Volunteer or anything?
No.
Okay.
Ever been to the state fair grounds for anything other than the state fair?
I have, but that was, I think, before.
I rode my bike through it.
Well, that counts, I'd say.
Yeah.
That counts.
I would. Why wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I guess. Well, yeah.
I didn't live at the
sounds
house yet. I didn't. Yeah. I like did a ride through it because I wanted to see it. I had no idea what it was.
Oh, that was before you had
yeah,
gone?
yeah.
Oh, cool.
Fair. Crazy. But like none of the food.
No, it was empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost town.
Speaking of food, are you like, do you have a favorite food at the fair?
I mean, I love pickle pizza when that came out.
And
That's a good.
I really like I think it's called Minnesota sushi. It's like pickle with the ham and cream cheese.
Sarah's favorite.
I will seek that, and I know exactly where it is, just like we know what the pickle pizza is, and that's like the one thing that I have to get. Yeah.
What's the most time what's the most times you've been there in a year?
I just did twice last year. Or did we go 3 times? No, twice.
We won 3, and you won an additional time.
No.
Yeah. So
No
I think you
way.
won
I think-
4 times.
No,
Not ever.
No.
I'm saying in 1 year.
Yeah.
I think I went 3 times.
3 times?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I still think it was just twice.
I think it was 3. But
I don't remember buying 3 tickets.
okay.
Who knows? 2.5, we'll say.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what a Minnesota standoff is,
I do not.
Dave?
Is it when you go up to an intersection, you can't decide who goes first? Yeah. Right, a stop sign. Yeah.
Have you been in one?
Yeah.
Both waving each other.
Yeah.
That's the true. That's the.
And then both going at the same time and realizing that one's going, so they both stop. And then kind of just inch away. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Have you ever owned a winter beater?
A what?
Do you know what it is?
No.
Okay.
Is it like a car you drive in the winter? Yeah.
It is.
That you because it just gets dirty and
Because you have a nice car.
Yeah.
And then you have your winter beater.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
It's usually not that nice of a car.
No.
Your nice car is usually not that nice.
Yeah.
Then you have the worst car.
I feel like growing up, because I'm the oldest of 4, so when I got my driver's license, my parents were like, finally someone did, because I have 3 younger siblings, kind of drive. And so I feel like I got like the winter beater, and then, it's just like an old beat up, like 20-year-old Suburban that I just drove into the ground. Everyone around me was great. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. So basically,
Yeah.
very cool.
Ever been to a meat raffle?
No.
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Minnesota?
Yes.
Okay. Because in Wisconsin, there's going to be a lot of overlap. Right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, growing up, meat raffles, yes. But here, yes. And I think the place I used to go is in the, north. It was in the city, and it's no longer there.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was an establishment near Meteor Bar that
Right on.
I think just by nature of being a Wisconsinite, you are already like part Minnesotan.
Yeah.
Like there's the things that make you Minnesotan.
Yeah.
You ever say skosh? You ever heard?
I don't even know what
I do not know. Yeah.
Like just a skosh.
Just a skosh. Like a squeege.
You ever said or heard anybody say up the road a piece?
No.
Yeah. Like going up north, it's just up the road a piece. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever gambled on the tri-wheel at a bar?
Yes.
I think I have done it with you.
Yeah. At Smack Shack.
Have I?
Yeah, Smack Shack.
What's a tri-wheel?
Like the wheel that they spin with the Plinko.
Oh, yeah. We did that once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like roulette.
Yeah.
Like the Minnesotan version.
Worse odds for sure.
Have you ever chainsawed a lake?
I haven't chainsawed, but I've used like a pickaxe. I mean, manually. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
A chainsawed what?
A lake?
A lake?
The ice?
Oh.
Goes in
Yeah.
goes in.
A hole into it?
Yeah.
Oh, gotta be specific for me.
Sorry. I think just knowing what that means
Yeah.
is part of it, is going, yeah, sure. But yeah. Okay.
I've never done it, but my dad did it. Yeah. Okay. This is kind of, all right. This is situational. Once you've announced your departure from a gathering, how long would you say it typically takes you to actually leave?
Oh, I don't announce that I'm leaving. I'm the kind of person that just leaves the party without telling anyone. Oh, yeah. 100%.
I usually like to make the rounds, kind of announce you're leaving and then do the formal announcement. Yeah. And just check out with people. Yeah.
How many times will you cut something in half on a table before just taking the last piece?
I'm always the one taking the last piece because I know no one else is going to do it.
Yeah.
That's good. So there's like relief at somebody took it.
Someone grabbed it.
Yeah. Okay. You know what it means to say knee high by the 4th of July?
No.
I've heard the expression. I don't use it.
It's about corn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cornfields. Ashley, Minnesota governor that was in the WWE and the movie Predator.
I have no idea.
Jesse Ventura, of course.
I've never seen Predator, and I don't watch WWE.
Did you know that we had a governor that was a wrestler?
I did. I did not. When was he?
Late 90s?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
Yeah.
98 or so.
He's still involved. He's been a big advocate in cannabis legalization.
Yeah. He was a third party governor. He was the only third party governor that year. And in a lot, not many of those in general. Do you know what Schwann's is?
No.
The Schwann man. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a food delivery truck, basically.
It had everything.
That predated, Amazon,
Yeah.
It still exists because there's like, they have like their own things, like the Schwann's lasagna or something like that. People are.
You can get a magazine and you order it and they make a delivery, however often. Yeah.
You'll see one. You'll see a truck and you'll think of us. Yeah.
Okay. Couple food ones. Ever had a salad with marshmallows in it?
I've heard about them, but I've never had it.
Dave?
Yes. Yeah. This time of year is a great time for 4th of July. Yeah.
Lutefisk. Have you ever had it?
Have I had that? I don't think so.
I don't think you have.
It's fish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I've had it.
You had it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not in Wisconsin, though. Only here.
Oh, okay.
Where is Shane Company? I'd be astonished if you know that.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
the jeweler.
But do you know where it is?
Yeah. We got my engagement ring in there.
Okay. But do you know the intersection?
Oh. I mean, are there a bunch?
Specific.
We went to the one in,
There's two.
We went to the one out west.
In 390, in Minnetonka at 394.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I know.
are we supposed to
It's like the radio app.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's jungle.
Absolutely drilled into our brains.
It works.
Yeah, it did work. It did. Yeah.
It's true.
It did.
You ever call it pop?
No.
Which is kind of
What do you call it
for
now?
Wisconsin, but
Do you
Soda.
ever call
I feel like if I'm like at work, I'll say, "Do you want to go grab a soda?" But if like casually, I say pop.
At home,
Kind of
you
weird.
say.
Yeah, at home amongst friends. Yeah.
But polite company, it's soda.
In my mind, I don't know why. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a place you park at the Mall of America?
Yes.
Designated parking spot.
I mean,
Usually the floor
Or-
and the lot we park.
connected to Nordstrom's.
Yeah.
Level 3.
Nice.
All right. It's pretty
And-
specific.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, and despite, I mean, I get a little anxious around like parking and everything, and she will make me suck it up, and we'll drive around until we find it on the second level, right near the skyways. We just walk right in. Yeah,
Level.
third level. Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah,
Then you know where to go. And then there was the anxiety of where did I park? So,
Yeah.
I've never parked elsewhere. I don't know where the other lots are. That was the first one I went into, and that's
Are there other lots?
Where are they going?
All right. This one's in honor of Sarah. Do you know how to make a Midwest martini?
I did not.
Do you?
no,
Coors Light and with an olive.
love that.
Nice.
Love that.
Okay.
You ever use the outdoors as a refrigerator?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't think I have.
for like beer and stuff. Yeah,
Get it cold quick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Ever explode a soda outside?
pop.
Sorry.
I've had one explode in my car
That's close, I would say.
in the trunk from the cold. Yep.
Oh, yeah. And the Pepsi was like a slushy.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
You got to clean that up while it's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise,
I had stains that, yeah,
It's a mess.
where I didn't clean up properly. Yeah.
okay.
Okay. I'm going to list off a few things. How many of these items do you own? Any clothing purchased from Fleet Farm or Menards?
Tire Menards. Yes. I have a flannel shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Canoe paddle?
No.
No.
Crock pot?
No.
You just had an Instapot.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a fact.
Snow blower?
We have yes. Like it's like a snow shovel blower. It's like a shovel with the auger attached to it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Like a handheld snow blower. Yeah.
Choppers?
I have choppers. Yeah.
Yeah, you
The mittens.
I
Yeah.
didn't know what that was.
Yeah.
Anything with the silhouette of the state on it? A keychain or a cutting board or...
We have a,
I feel like you've given me something before and I tossed it.
yeah, it was like it was a really cool map thing. And yeah, you did toss it. That's okay though. Yeah. But I think that's it. Yeah.
Carhartt beanie?
No.
Wow. No.
You have a jacket.
I have a jacket. Yeah. Hard jacket. Yeah.
Okay. Any book written by or about a famous Minnesotan?
Yes.
Not me.
Yeah. I have a few.
Are you on a Menards email list?
No.
No, we're Ace Hardware.
Have you ever mailed in an 11% rebate?
I have.
No.
Do you have a Fleet Farm credit card or know anybody who has a Fleet Farm credit card?
Never been in a Fleet Farm.
No, I'm kind of doing you a disservice. You're here. I mean, again, like I was much more Menards growing up in Wisconsin because I think they're just more prevalent where I lived. But I do need to take you. I've been saying we need to go to Menards just to go.
And Fleet Farm.
Yeah. And they have like birds living in the right. It's awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Just to go.
Yeah.
You're like, I would never. Okay. I'm feeling, let's see one last one.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this man before?
I have not.
I feel like I have. I'm going to Catholic school. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. St. Thomas. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be astonished if this was not somewhere in St. Thomas.
Yeah.
A lot of garages in Minnesota has that in there somewhere.
Yeah. You'll see him. You'll see him
Who
now.
is he?
He's just a painting.
Yeah.
And everyone has that painting?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think like the most common.
It's like a garage painting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Painted up north somewhere. You can Google it. Like it's like the praying man. It's not that. It's something else. But yeah, we've looked it up multiple times. Honest. And I forget it every time. Okay. Feeling good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say Dave is a clear 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Matches. Ashley, maybe a 0.5.
I'm newbie.
Yeah.
You kind of take pride though in maintaining your roots.
I mean,
This isn't a
Well,
value
guys,
judgment.
yeah.
This is a purely
If I know about it, it's
an objective.
too much with
It is a lot.
yeah. Frankly, too much. Too easy.
Yeah.
well, it's so funny because, growing up as a French person, we have our cultures are so different and manners and things like that, or house things. And like, we see it, like even the cutlery and how we hold cutlery, or like how we set the table. There's so many differences. So yeah, I knew I was getting into.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
A lot of like, what the?
Yeah. Like, what are
This
you
guy-
doing?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I think last question is basically like, do you have any parting wisdom for anybody who is relocating, and or making a sizable move, whether it's like a real relocation or not?
I mean, I think for me, it was very scary coming here. I had never really known the place or only been here once on vacation. And I think that if you're thinking about it and are scared, that you shouldn't be, because I was just very surprised and feel like I'm part of the community here now, and honestly do it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think if you're looking and you're already in the cities and you're looking to make a move or buy, a property like we did, just being open to parts of the cities that maybe you hadn't heard of, or maybe you'd never been to or never even thought of, and, at least looking there, because that was for us. I didn't even know Falcon Heights was a thing.
Yeah.
And, now, I love it. Yeah.
Quality of life, I think, is, great
Cool.
here.
Yeah. I can't be, overstated how great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right on. Thanks so much for hanging out, guys.
Thanks for having us. That's so fun.